Today, we are talking about something that's very trendy right now. A very good movie that I watched 2 days ago, immediately when it came out. And I really love that movie, and I really want to go watch it again for a second time to get more details and just pay attention more into detail with all the shots of the movie that was going. But according to my sinners, you see the title, you see the thumbnail, you know we talking about it's everywhere, it's all on TikTok, you can't avoid it, spoilers, everything. Also, talking about spoilers, don't watch this if you ain't watched the movie yet. But yeah, today we talking about sinners. And before we get started with sinners, I want to talk about the love I have for this movie and how it was shot and all this, all the things that went into it. But I'm gonna also say that I'm in my own show, so this is I've dropped it in there. You see it somewhere, or you can go on the channel. But I'm in my own show, and watching movies in general, you really just have to slow down and actually just sit there and be like, how did they make this shot? How did they make this look like this? Because it really take a lot of time and effort to make things look a certain way, especially for the viewer. You see the beginning shot when they went on the white dude, the KKK dude. I don't know if he was selling the place, if he was selling the place, but how that shot was made, and I think they said Michael, he did have a stunt double, but for the most part it was him shooting. There was just his shots, and they used a techno dolly to bring the camera back and forth. So it's just crazy. That's crazy to think about. But we're gonna start off with how the movie was. That movie is 10 out of 10 in my eyes. For real. I called my mom, my dad, everyone around me, and I told them that they should go watch that movie for real. And I want to watch it for a second time for real. No joke. That movie had me I do engineering right now, for school. It really would have me sitting back and was like, am I in the wrong major? I'm not in the wrong major, but it had me sitting there am I in the wrong major? I need to kick some stuff up, but most likely, it just fueled me to wanna make more short films. But very inspiring movie. I'll start with that. And the beginning scene, you had Sammy going to his church, and it was more like one of those clips where they show you the aftermath of what happened, and then they rewind time, and it's 5 days before. It's kind of like that. Then you pop off and you see white dude burning up. Now that shit gave us some context clues before. Even if you don't know what the movie's about, why is this dude burning? And when he gets out of the sun, and he gets under the porch, he starts burning. That should give you a clue vampire, And then you see they let white dude in the house. He was a very good liar. That was a very good liar. If you want to equate that to vampire and devil, but very good liar. You see him go in the house and they let him in. Then you see the Cherokee or Indians come, kind of like a sheriff. Well, you would think it'd be a sheriff, but trying to hunt old dude down. And they said, "Fuck it, nigga, you don't listen to us. You got a nigga in your house that don't belong, and you're gonna find out for sure why. They spoke in their native language, and it was we gotta get home before the sunset." So, they close the door, end up being killed. They convert that family, Then you have the moment where Smoke and Stack are going to the place. I'm gonna cover the main part. I'm not just gonna cover the whole story. The whole movie. But you got Smoke and Stack. Let's talk about that character first. Smoke Smoke is the one in the blue and Stack is the one in the red. Smoke is like an introvert. I believe he was a soldier. He don't let nothing slide for real. And you got Stack. Stack is the one in the red, and he's an extrovert. He the one who was with the white girl. He like light skinned women or white girls. And Smoke like, black women. But Stack, one in the red, extrovert. He buy his money. He lets stuff slide sometimes. We can go there right now. Like, it was a moment in the movie where they was trying to like get real money. Like, they weren't trying to let nobody slide, especially when it came to like the juvie. I don't even remember the word, but like the clip they had. I found my words. They wanted everyone to pay anything that was in the club fair price. It was no negotiation, but Stack convinced Smoke, these are hardworking people that been out in the field all day. Like, this must be a place where they come and they can enjoy themselves. So he was saying like for the first week, they should just let them give what they gonna give. Just give them what they gonna give, and take the hit, and then after a while let it kick up. But you saw they went inside it was like a barn before, but like they went inside the little barn, they saw like little blood stains, and they asked him what happened, and he was like, basically, nigga, you ask too many questions, you gonna buy the fucking property or not. But you could probably tell that's probably like, it was probably trying to set him up. You saw him reach for his gun at first, but I forgot who gave him the money. But that should have been a sign right there, probably like, someone who was trying to negotiate a deal before that black person, they killed them, KKK, So, fast forward, they get all that stuff set up, they're going to town. I'm not gonna speak on that part. They're going to town, talk to Asian dude's wife. They made a sign. Then who was it? Smoke went to. At first, I couldn't tell if that was like his wife. No, I could tell if that was like his mom or his sister. But then you saw them fucking, so it's like, damn, you could tell what that was. And then they had a baby. I didn't know there was like a baby brother or just a baby, but at the time, until they started, doing the do, then you could tell. You could tell you saw she was into voodoo and all that, and yeah, but most black people are not gonna want to watch the movie dealing with the fact of like the words, like even the title is like sinners, and you see voodoo. I know my mom, she probably want to watch it, and certain people like were really involved with church and that are influenced by others' words, they're not gonna watch it. They're not gonna watch it, but I influence you to watch it and get your own opinion. So they fast forward, get everything started. Then Stack and Sammy went to the train station, to go pick someone else up that they wanted to perform. Then they met Grace. Yeah. And Grace, she played a hell of a role for real. Like a hell of a role. Like, whatever they be saying, like that little 15%, whatever percent black she got in her, she really used that. You could tell she really belonged, and that role was made for her. We gonna like skip a lot of stuff that happened in like we're gonna skip a lot of stuff that just like is in the middle of the movie. I'm not gonna tell everything, but like how they made some shots happen, like how they made some of the shots happen is just still like amazing to me. Like the special effects they did with the eyes, like how they had Remy, his eyes, that's the white dude, that's the vampire devil, whatever you want to call it. How they had his eyes red, and how everybody else's eyes was white, and how they like made him fly, and it didn't look like CGI that much, like it looked like very much believable. And just like, especially like, I'm gonna talk about one scene that really touched me. You saw it, like, you see it in the trailer, like when he's singing, he was like, somebody take me, like, I don't know if he said to the sky, but when he sung that part and like, you saw like the room burning, and they were saying like, good music can conjure bad and evil spirits, and it was showing all the good spirits around, like from like this day and age, from all the way back to I don't know when. You saw the girl twerking, you saw the Bloods, niggas crip walking, you saw niggas like disco. It was like just all generations and different cultures, like showing what led up to this point. And then you saw at the end the bad spirits on the outside. And it's also reminded me of the story of, I don't know if it's Robert Johnson, I think Robert Johnson, the dude who they said was a horrible musician. And he met at the crossroads with the devil, and he sold his soul, and then he came back and he was a great musician. But I'm still like watching podcasts and trying to feel like Ryan Coogler and see what's his reasoning in making this movie. I know you're talking about his uncle and how he died and how he was very close in his life, and he listened to a lot of blues music, and he felt like blues music was like a way to like conjure him up. That's what I was listening to, but I still want to dive more deep into it. But the shots that they did in this movie were like remarkable, like for real. Everyone like played their role. Like this was like, yes, it was a horror movie, but it played like a role in like many different genres in my opinion. And is there any other part I want to go over? Like even like the end, like the ending was kind of weird a little bit, but we'll talk about the part before the ending. Like I can't remember her name, but the black lady that had a baby with Stack or Smoke, that had a baby with Smoke, and she gave him this like protection garment, and she was saying like basically, you know, God protected you all over these years, but he was like, why couldn't he protect my baby? But I think it was because of that garment. And even the whole time when they was in the house and he was fighting, you know, he was protected. Even when his brother got on him and he tried to bite him, you saw like the screen kind of like shifted, or like it was like pulsating. In my eyes, it was signifying that he had the protection garment on and he couldn't be touched. But then towards the end, he took it off because he wanted to be with his child, his wife. So that's why he ended up killing like the KKK, but like he ended up like, he could have survived most likely. But he ended up just saying fuck it and ended up dying because he wanted to be with his child. And then fast forward, if you actually stayed, then you saw like the little cutscene, and it was a cutscene of Grace and Stat, and they looked the same, but Sammy was much older, and he was asking basically, you know, my brother told me, you know, to leave you be, which he did, and we also feel like Remick was controlling all of them, because Remick, like when Sammy hit Remick in the head, all of them felt that, but once he died, it's like he has no more control. But you flip that over, and it's like now they can control themselves, and they got free will. So he was asking like Sammy, like, you know, I'll come back up to you because, you know, it's almost that time, like, you're gonna die. Do you want to stay on this earth? You know, do you want to leave? And basically said he want to leave, and I was real iffy. I was like, is he gonna kill him or not? But he didn't end up killing him. He honored his word, and they don't have no more control. Remy don't have no more control over them, so they can do what they want. But I really encourage y'all to go see this movie by yourself, or just go see it for yourself, and get like the IMAX experience. I got the 4D experience, which really wasn't needed, but really get the IMAX experience. I'm gonna watch it again. But really, Ryan Coogler did an exceptional job I got something coming up that I want to film that y'all will see. And with all that being said, see y'all in this video.
Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Let's get it. Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Let's get it. Memphis nigga everywhere I go. Eyes all red like city girl. Hey, Memphis nigga everywhere I go.